Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Dave, DLC Dave, and welcome to the fifth episode of my Football Manager Let's Play with Phoenix Sports, Rise of the Phoenix, where we see if we can take Phoenix Sports from the Isthmian League First Division North all the way to the Premier League and beyond. The last time we met was the FA Cup fourth round replay with Sheffield Wednesday, which we obviously lost as a championship club. Since then, we've played a lot of games, and as you can see, a lot of green. We've won every single game, a lot of the time without conceding a goal. It's been a fantastic run. The consistency is it's been fantastic, and we're now at a cup final. I think I mentioned that we would come back for this if we got there, and we have pretty comfortably, apart from maybe that 1-0 win at Enfield, we've pretty comfortably gotten to this cup final where we'll play Lowestoft. Now, before we get into that game, there has been some big news as we are past. I think it was the 7th of March, which is Regen Day. We now have a new batch of regens, and I'll go through who those are right now. So we have first one we have is Alan Skinner, a 16-year-old striker, left-footed. Can also play as a winger, and I will be. He can't particularly play there right now with his stats, but I'm going to train him to play there as a role within our system that he can play out wide as well as up front. It'll give us some good options out wide if we need him. But yeah, he's a decent player. He's left-footed. He's already come off the bench and scored a goal so far in the league, which is great to see. The next one, I'm going to leave Dan Ryder for a moment. If you'll see why shortly. Jake Bradford has come in as a regen. He's a goalkeeper, 16 years old. Again, he's also played and he's kept a clean sheet, as we tend to do at the moment. Yeah, a very good goalkeeper. Probably not quite as good as Alawali, but certainly gives us plenty of options out there. Regan Cole was already here, Ronaldo Boy, so these are the ones that I've put into the first team straight away. There is also another group. Yeah, so there's Paul Herbert, who will probably be in the first team next year. He's got I think he's very well rounded for this level. He's good physical stats. He's 6'7", so at 16, pretty tall. We've got Peter Crouch here, basically the target man. But he's also got a good crossing. He's not bad dribbling at this level. Obviously he's improving. He's only 16, and his mentals aren't too bad either. So I think he'll be an important part for us next season. I've not promoted him to the first team just because our best players really play right now. We play up front or out wide, the wide right. So he's a little bit stuck behind them, but he will certainly get game time because and I think I think he'll be an exciting player for us going forward. As Chris Sinton, we're getting towards the less high potential players now, but he's a midfielder. There's some okay stats here. Just highlight tackling of 9, marking 8, passing 8, vision of 10, work rate 8, positioning, and then a pretty solid physical stats. Obviously, they're not green because, but they're not going to be green because that means they're over 11 if they're green, and that would be remarkable for a 15-year-old. He is someone who will progress. He will become a better player than what we have right now, and he'll be a useful player for us in the future. I've made sure that for all these players that have even reasonable potential, I've signed them up to as long a contract as they can. They're all here for at least 2 years. Some are here for 3, where I can sign them. Luke Peacock is another one. He's a decent midfielder, probably slightly better than Chris Sinton, I would say. But potential-wise, apparently, Sinton is going to be better than Peacock. But our coach used to really know anything at this level, so we'll see how we get on. But yeah, there's plenty of room to develop. You know, he's 2-footed, 6 foot. He's pretty well rounded, I think, and he will be. I think all these players will definitely be involved in the team next year. There's no doubt about it. Ben Beachley is the final one. Attacking midfielder, not amazing, certainly not amazing, but he's got some decent stats. He's got 20 determination, which will help a lot. He's got some decent pace about him. He's got good first touch, dribbling. Just needs to work on some key areas like his composure for passing at 7 is a little on the low side and finishing at 6. But he's 6'3", so he's got plenty of things. Although 6'3" with 3 strength, he's 12 stone. I don't just I don't know. Fight, I had 4 3 strength. I mean, wow. What 13 aggression? Wow, okay. So he's just a wiry little so and so. Right then. So I did leave one till last. I'm gonna show him now. And it says Dan Ryder. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you will have seen a small preview of him. But this man at 15 is sensational. Absolutely incredible. Now, when I saw him, I'm not gonna lie, I punched the air because he, at 15 years old, is already our best striker, and you can see the games he's played. He's played 6 games. He's scored 10 goals in the league and got 3 assists with an 8.53 average rating. He's absolutely on fire. I played him as immediately as soon as he could, and I'll show you what he did on his 3 minutes into his debut. Okay, so here he is. Adam Elm slides him through and he goes through and just belts it into the back of the net. And I thought, oh my God, what have we got here? An incredible strike. And he just scores every single time. He's got an incredible amount of ability. Okay, we've signed him up. He's here for 2 years, but he will be signing a longer contract, I believe, when he turns 16. Is it 16? No, it's 17. So he actually got another year before he even signs a full-time contract. He's still on this youth contract because he's under 17. So we're going to have him for at least another year after this season, and he is going to progress, in my opinion, and hopefully be the future of this club. Remember the name, Dan Ryder. Now then, so really, that's the big news. The youth intake that's come through. We now have a pretty sizable squad. Obviously, a lot of the first team players that are here now, the aging players like Dean Hammond, Perry Ryan, Jay Tab, and some of the older players. Sam Sturridge will go back on loan now. I mean, even though he scored 59 goals, I've been playing Dan Ryder because he's going to be my player. And we'll have to see how we get on. So I'm going to pick the team now, and then we are at game day, but I'm going to pick the team now, and then we'll arrive back. Okay, guys. So here we are. I've picked the team now. So we have Olawale in goal. We have Johnson, Jane Love, Arthur Worry, and Espinosa at the back. J Tab and Hammond in midfield. We have Regan Cole out wide. Now Ronaldo is back from his injury that you will have seen him pick up in the last episode. He's just back, but his sharpness is not there yet. So I am going to hold off on starting him in this game. It is a cup final, and to be honest, Regan Cole has really picked up the mantle and kicked on. He was sort of left out a little bit. He wasn't quite, as good enough in midfield, and he wasn't quite good enough out wide. But since he's been playing, he has really kicked on. You can see he's growing in every single attribute, and is pretty much a natural out wide. He could play through the middle, or he could play as a playmaker deeper. So he's going to be an absolutely ideal player for us in the system. He's someone we got in Regen last summer, but he was one of the youngest players, so he doesn't turn 17 until June, so in 2 months' time. And I think he's going to be a really key player for us, and he does get the nod from me today. Adam Elms plays attacking midfield, Nathan Smith on the left, and the new boy Dan Ryder up front. So we're going to get right into the game now. It's Lowestoft v Phoenix Sports, Martin Tyler.
And it's live.
Let's do this. This is the Isthmian Cup Final, so probably the biggest game in terms of actually winning something. Obviously, the biggest game will definitely be the Sheffield Wednesday, but a lot of these players, obviously, they'll have never had a chance to win anything before, and we're going out now to see if we can actually we can break that duck in the first season. It really has gone beyond my expectation this first season with what we've done. I knew we'd get promoted, but to get as far as we have in the FA Cup, and then to get as far as we have in this competition as well, and we've beaten a lot of teams we've faced and beaten are teams that are directly above us in the league. They're in the league above the Premier League. So the fact that we've beaten them it's given me hope or confidence that we'll go into the next division and compete as well. Now, as you know, Regan College just has picked up an injury, a shin injury. Hopefully not too serious, but that means Ronaldo is going to come back in a little bit earlier than I had planned. But he will come back in now, and we'll see how we get on. Not been a fantastic start. We've had lots of possession, as we will tend to have, but only one shot so far. So we haven't created a great deal. Lowestoft seem to have come with the idea of shutting up shop, but now we have a chance, potentially. Adam Smith, oh, not Adam Smith, Nathan Smith. Adam Smith is the right back at Bournemouth, I believe. But that's not him. We have Nathan Smith. He has put a good shot away. Perhaps a clear-cut chance. Keith made a good save. The resulting corner is cleared to Johnson, and nothing happens. And then we're getting towards half-time now. So far, 0-0. It's been a pretty tight, tense game, if I'm being honest. I think these are the type of games we'll probably have more of in the higher tier. We have been promoted, obviously. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but that was always a given. We are very, very close to going through a full season unbeaten. But I think after this game, I probably won't bring you another episode for this season, and I'll kick the next episode off for the start of next year, and we can see what we've done. I don't anticipate making any transfers incoming, but there may be one or two outgoings. I'm looking at you, Ronaldo. So, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see how the summer progresses. Now then, we have a chance here. 60 minutes played. Dan Ryder picks the ball up, feeds Adam Elms. He passes out wide to Ronaldo. Matthew Johnson picks it up. Hammond to Dan Ryder. He plays it Nathan Smith. It's another great save by Walt. I think that was in goal. He fired at him with some pace, and he tips it over the bar, and Adam Elms commits a foul from the resulting corner. Now then, let's look at making a sub. Even though he has created the chance, I'm gonna bring on Tom Anderson for Nathan Smith. A little bit more experience, probably actually a little bit better right now. Other than that, I think I'm gonna make one more. J-Tab has not had the best game. I'm gonna bring on. Ooh, they're both very similar. I'm gonna bring on Matt Good. I think he is possibly slightly better in that role than Ryan Burge, and that'll be our final change. And hopefully it will result in us picking up the win. But I'm not sure. Well, I'm not. It's probably will go to extra time, but I'm not. It may go straight to penalties. I'm not sure. That's if we don't concede here. To be honest, for sure now. Oh no. Oh, good clearance by Jane Love. Dan Ryder picks it up. Johnson now to Ronaldo. What can he do? His first game back from injuries. It's literally his first game, and you can tell it's his first game. That is an appalling effort to shoot from there. And Olawale with the goal kick. It's cleared as far as Ronaldo to Good. Now Anderson is fresh on. What can he do? Into Adam Elms. He is tackled. They are really swamping that middle of the pitch. Adam Elms then commits the foul. Don't think that anything's going to come of that particularly. But now they have a free kick to clear. He nods it down to Reed. Now he finds Henderson and he hits the post. A real let-off for us there. They got in behind our fullback, and he probably should have put that in. But it looks like we're going to finish with 90 minutes at 0-0. And yes, we go into extra time. I'm going to say the boys, I'm not happy with them. Hopefully, get them fired up to go out for the extra time to try and get that winner before penalties. It's not something we've ever had to deal with before, is penalties. So I'm not sure how we'll take to it, but we'll have to get there first. I'm going to say they are certainly going for it, but now we have Dan Ryder on the break. What can he do? The 15-year-old, he beats his man. Can he do it? Oh, I thought he had. Dan Ryder almost came up with a goal from it's up inside his own half, but just lacked maybe a little bit of composure right at the end. Oh, that would have been an amazing moment. Boyce with the free kick now. It's gathered by Walt. A very poor free kick, really. It's very, very high and gave our players no chance. But now the ball comes to Ronaldo, and he is not. You can tell he's not sharp. He's just a little bit off the pace, but we do recycle possession now, and he's on it again. But now this time he beats his man. What can he do? He finds Ryder, and Ryder puts it into the back of the net from outside the box. A fantastic finish by the young man, 15 years old. And we are going to go back and look at that at the end, because I've been bigging him up, and I was sort of hoping that he would come up with something. That's why I left him on, and I haven't brought on Sam Surridge. I've been hoping that he would come up with something, and he duly has. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. Hopefully now, I pulled hamstring for Hammond. I pulled a calf string for Anderson. We're going through the mill here, but as it's the cup final, the only game that we're really that bothered about, we're going to leave it there. And Ryder has it again, and Ryder scores again. His second goal of the game. And this 15-year-old has now scored 13 goals, and I think it's 7 games. An absolutely incredible talent, and I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see how far he develops with us. There is going to be another chance here. It looks like an Insta highlight, and Ryder has the ball again, isn't it? Surely not a hat trick. Surely. No, probably not. It looks like they're going to come forward. Now, for sure. He gets past Arthur White, crosses it in, and Reed makes it 2-1. There's a minute to go here. This game has absolutely come alive in the second half of extra time. Now, can we hold out? I'm not going to change anything because we should be able to keep the ball well enough to not have to deal with anything. And that looks like it's going to be it. And yes, there it is. It brings the Ryder show to a close. The commentary says there at the bottom. And an absolutely incredible performance from Dan Ryder. Let's just have a look at that first goal again. We're going to slow it down. Bear with me. We're gonna look at this in all its glory. Ronaldo beat his man and fed the ball into him, and first time. Wow, wow. Really sums up what I want to see from this save. A young lad, 15 years old, coming in and making a real difference to the team. Right then, so we've got a lot of post-match stuff to do. People are happy. Let's put it that way. I'm happy as well. A 2-1 extra time. Where was that played? Hey guys, sorry, no, I can't find where it's played. Doesn't matter. Never mind. Right then, so we've got 3 games left of the league season. As I said, I'm not going to actually bring you. If anything happens during them that's out of the ordinary, I will mention it in the next episode. But that next episode will very likely be the first game of the new season where we are into the Isthmian Premier League. It's been a great season for us. It's been a great season for me. I've absolutely loved it and loved making these videos. We've got so much more to come from this team and Dan Ryder especially. And I hope you'll be along with me for the ride. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.